All right, and we are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the room. As you can see, it's just me as usual. Yeah, welcome back. I've been having a lot of friends at school ask me, "Hey, man, what's happened to the videos? Like where you been?" I'm like, "I've just been busy," and that is my update. Is I've been busy. I've been doing stuff, but it's been going good. Been doing a lot of work. Been working a lot lately, so getting good money for that. But back with the food reviews. I think this is vlog number 7. Also, I haven't checked it, but I think we're almost at 40 subscribers. Yeah, I think we're almost at 40 subs. So that's awesome. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. It's cool. I mean, I never expected to like pass 20 or something subs, but there's another guy in my school that does YouTube. I don't know if he does it consistently or like actually consistently post, but I think he has like 125 subs. So we should try and pass him. We really should, if we can. Which I think we can. If you believe hard enough, then it will go your way. Also, a little update on the recording situation. Let me show you guys something. So this is a camera, obviously, but this camera might be, if it's good, might be what we record on for the next while if the audio is well and if the video is well. I've seen some of it. The video's pretty good. It's like it says 1080p. It's more like 720ish. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, it's. I just need to know what the audio sounds like, and you need an SD card for it. I don't have one, so basically this was a gift from a friend to record on, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna start recording on this, and if the audio doesn't go well, then I'm gonna buy a mic and we'll start recording on that, and so I'll record through that. And also, one of my friends was offering to edit for me, so now that I have an SD card, she can start editing with that. So hopefully it goes well. Anyways, enough yapping. That's a little quick update for what's to come in the future. It's going to come within the next few videos. We'll try the audio, and if the audio doesn't go well, then we're buying a mic, and then we'll try with that. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into the dinner tonight. I have a cup of noodle. Very classic dinner. Not classic for this channel, but just classic for everyone. But the special thing about this cup of noodle is that they're starting to make them in paper cups. If you can see that, that is paper, not styrofoam like they usually use. They're using paper because so many of everyone's cups were melting when they put them in the fridge or when they put hot water in them, and they were getting that weird styrofoam taste. But I also added little garlic there on the top and some teriyaki sauce. So hopefully, I'm praying that it's good. Hopefully I created a new budget masterpiece that I will frequent. And also, I mean, this is probably a given because this is how they're made, but it feels like there's a little bit more noodle in there than usual. I think that was a piece of corn. 1 second. You can stare at the cup of noodle logo. I hope I don't get sued for this. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be making much outreach, defaming them or anything, but just don't want any heat. Anyways, see, I can see a little bit of the sauce there. There's a bite. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is steaming. Oh, dude, my mouth is watering right now. I love ramen. Ramen's one of my favorite foods, but obviously it's not super healthy for you unless you make it by yourself. But I don't have the time nor the budget to be doing that. Also, there's not a lot of like Asian markets around that I don't want to use. If I want to make ramen, like actual ramen, I want it to be like as authentic as possible. The flavors change a little bit, but that could be because of the sauce and the garlic. But it seems that the flavors died down a little bit. So maybe I could have added like smallest bit of like chicken bouillon in there, and that would have enhanced the chicken flavor. Oh no. It's starting to happen. Oh, I gotta tell it's my flavor saver, man. If you guys didn't know, I have a little patch of facial hair around, and obviously the mustache, or the starter stash, as my friends call it. But yeah, no, it just saved the food. That's hilarious. But let's get back into the food. And I do have dessert. I don't have it here because it needs to stay refrigerated. But, oh. See it on camera? I don't think you can. Okay, so the teriyaki sauce is adding kind of a. It's mixed with the chicken flavor really well. But it's weird. It's like kind of added a tiny bit of sweetness to it, by like the smallest hint of sweetness. But it's died down that saltiness and made it more of an umami flavor, if you know what that tastes like. So it's kind of like I added MSG. But I didn't, which is cool. So this kind of, it's not a substitute, obviously. You can't beat MSG because MSG is more of a flavor enhancer than anything else. But still pretty good. I got a little chunk of garlic in there. The garlic gave, obviously, a garlicky taste, but it gave a little hint of spice to it. If you know garlic, it's a little spicy when you bite into something like raw. And I put it in raw. I just chopped it up and put it in. Sorry for all the slurping. And all my friends are like teasing me because it's like ASMR, mukbang, stuff like that. And I love the teasing. It's fun. You know, it's all banter, and that's what I love between friends. If you can razz each other a little bit. But yeah, shout out to my friend Joey for getting me the camera and the SD card, which is awesome. I love him. But I'll get the mic on my own because he's already spent enough money on me as it is. If the audio is bad, I'm really hoping it's good because the camera quality is pretty decent. But we'll see. But the camera also comes with a ton of attachments like mounts and stuff. It comes with a what is it? It comes with a bike mount, so we can start doing like biking vlogs and stuff. And that I'll probably need to get a mic for, like one of the mics you have on like that you can attach to your hat or something like that. Oh, there's a little chunk of garlic right here. If it doesn't fall off. Gotta mix it down in the broth there. I'm trying not to spill. If you can see, there's broth there. I don't want to spill it, so I can't turn it up. Could pick you guys up, but then I'd have to reposition everything. It's like, you know. Also, I don't know if I ever did this. Let me put this down real quick. There's this guy that subscribes and he comments on almost all my videos named Lennon. Like Lennon the Entity or something like that. And he's, well, obviously, shout out to him because he's a really cool dude. He did a video on me, like, shouting out my channel and bringing up the fact that YouTube was taking away the subs because they thought I was botting or something like that. And he's just, it was super cool because he was super positive about it, and I love that. And that's the positivity I would like to build a community around, you know? And it was just awesome because he was, like, shouting out my channel, explaining all the videos and the food review videos and stuff like that. And at the end, he was like, "We got your back, man." And I was like, "That's awesome." I don't know. I mean, obviously, across the phone, I can't thank you more than enough versus I can in person. Excuse me. Ooh. But still, it was super awesome, and it was a really nice gesture. And I mean, I still think about it. It's been a couple weeks since he did it, but I mean, it was awesome, and I still thank him to this day, and I'm gonna probably thank him for the rest of my life, as I'm really grateful. So yeah, shout out to him. I'll probably tag him in the description. So maybe who knows? Maybe once I get like more recording software, we can have a a video where we record together, do a little collab. Mm. And I don't know if I've explained this yet, but the whole point of these videos is obviously it's called to have a meal with me. I literally want you to sit down and have a meal with me, and so we can talk. I mean, obviously I won't be responding, and as I do in my videos, I just like it's just me talking, but still I'd like to give people a sense about that someone else is there if they don't have anyone, you know. And even if they do have someone, maybe they just like listen to me talk, you know. Oh man, this stuff is good. We don't waste around here. We get the broth too. There's still more in there, and I'll finish it. Yeah, so gotta go grab the dessert. So yeah. Also, I want to start doing music content, but that I'm gonna need a lot better editing software and a lot better like recording capabilities because I've recorded on my phone before, like I recorded for my music Instagram. But it's okay. It's just like the airiness of the whole thing, and it's not even the airiness of me, and it's like the sound of it is really concentrated for the phone, so there's no other like noise, and it's really tweaky. So, excuse me. But yeah, it's really tweaky. So maybe I'll do a couple tests to see what settings work, and if I get a mic, then I'll use that. But yeah. So. Oh my gosh. Anyways, back to the meal. Oh yeah. Tomorrow I'm going up to dinner with my blind friend Joe. And Joe, he plays the clarinet. And when I say he plays the clarinet, dude, this guy, he plays the clarinet. And I mean, I play the clarinet too, but this dude far surpasses me. Like, he's blind, he shreds. And I would love to get a recording of me playing with him so I can show you guys. Because that would be awesome. But that's to come in the future. But I'm having dinner with him tomorrow, so it's going to be pretty cool. This tastes so much better because there's no styrofoam flavor in it. Okay. That was really funny. No, it was a piece of like carrot or something that I was inhaling. I was feeding it into my mouth. And right down my throat. This is some old Coke from Subway. Excuse Excuse me. Is there any other updates? I don't know if there is. Covered the camera, the editor, and stuff like that. I don't know if I told you guys yet, but I got my permit, so I've been driving a lot, which is muy bueno. Oh. Ah, no, my... there's garlic in my sinuses. Like, the oil from the garlic is on my hand, and I was rubbing my nose, and I was all the way up there. What? And, yeah, so I'm driving now, which is really cool. I don't know what else. Oh, yeah. I am going to do the Bible reading tonight. I'm going to find a verse. I don't know what verse I should... let's take a look at the books. And so what I want to do with the whole Bible reading thing is just give you guys positive energy and confidence through the Bible. And maybe I'll do separate videos where I'm doing like actual Bible studies and I'm physically like giving you a lesson through it. Let's see. I'm going to read, it's 1 through 58. Let me see. That's only 2 pages. No, wait, that's 2 pages still. Yeah, that's only 2. I'm going to read you guys the story of David and Goliath. And if you know what David and Goliath is, then you will understand the lesson that I'm trying to give with this. This is pretty early in my Bible. I don't want to get a bigger one. I want to get a more full Bible. 174, 172. Let me see. All right. Here we are. This is if you want to follow along, this is Samuel 17. We're going to be going 1 through 58. So, Goliath challenges the Israelites. The Philistines now mustered their army for battle and camped between Soka and Judah. And Azekah at Ephes Dammim. Also, I'm going to be butchering a lot of these pronunciations since I haven't been able to do like a lot of... because this is King James Version, so obviously it's going to be written in old language, you know? It's direct translation, so I'm just kind of reading off what I can say. Saul countered by gathering his Israelite troops near the valley of Elah. So the Philistines and Israelites faced each other on opposite hills with the valley between them. Then Goliath, a Philistine champion from Gath, came out of the Philistine ranks to face the forces of Israel. He was over 9 feet tall. He wore a bronze helmet and a bronze coat of mail, weighted 125 pounds. And obviously, chainmail, mail, the same thing. And if you know what chainmail is, it's chains, basically small little tiny chains wrapped together and to form a shirt, basically. He also wore bronze leg armor and carried a bronze javelin on his shoulder. The shaft of his spear was heavy and thick as a weaver's beam, tipped with an iron spearhead that weighed 15 pounds. His armor bearer walked ahead of him carrying a shield. Goliath stood and shouted a taunt across to the Israelites. Why are you all coming out to fight? He called. I am the Philistine champion, but you are only the servants of Saul. Choose one man to come down here and fight me. If he kills me, then we will be your slaves. But if I kill him, you will be our slaves. I defy the armies of Israel today. Send me a man who will fight me. When Saul and the Israelites heard this, they were terrified and deeply shaken. Jesus sends David to Saul's camp. It's the new section we're entering. Now David was the son of a man named Jesse, and Ephrath, an Ephrathite from Bethlehem, in the lands of Judah. Jesse was an old man at that time, and he had 8 sons. Jesse's three oldest sons, Eliab, Abinadab, and Shimea, had already joined Saul's army to fight the Philistines. David was the youngest son. David's 3 oldest brothers stayed with Saul's army, but David went back and forth so he could help his father with the sheep in Bethlehem. For 40 days, every morning and evening, the Philistines' champion strutted in front of the Israelite army. One day, Jesse said to David, "Take this basket of roasted grain and these 10 loaves of bread, and carry them quickly to your brothers. And give these 10 cuts of cheese to their captain. See how your brothers are getting along, and bring back a report on how they are doing." David's brothers were with Saul and the Israelite army at the valley of Elah, fighting against the Philistines. So David left the sheep with another shepherd and set out early the next morning with the gifts as Jesse had directed him. He arrived at the camp just as the Israelite army was leaving for the battlefield with shouts and battle cries. Soon the Israelite and Philistine forces stood facing each other, army against army. David left his things with the keeper of supplies and hurried out to the ranks to greet his brothers. As he was talking with them, Goliath, the Philistine champion from Gath, came out from the Philistine ranks. Then David heard him shout his usual taunt to the army of Israel. 22 minutes, okay. As soon as the Israelite army saw him, they began to run away in fright. "Have you seen the giant?" the men asked. "He comes out each day to defy Israel. The king has offered a huge reward to anyone who kills him. He will give that man one of his daughters for a wife, and the man's entire family will be exempted from paying taxes." David, asking the soldiers standing nearby, "What will a man get for killing this Philistine and ending his defiance of Israel? Who is this pagan Philistine anyway, that he is allowed to defy the armies of the living God?" And these men gave David the same reply. They said, "Yes, that is the reward for killing him." But when David's oldest brother, Eliab, heard David talking to the men, he was angry. "What are you doing around here anyway?" he demanded. "What about those few sheep you're supposed to be taking care of? I know about your pride and deceit. You just want to see the battle." "What have I done now?" David replied. "I was only asking a question." He walked over to some others and asked them the same thing and received the same answer. Then David's question was reported to King Saul, and the king sent for him. David kills Goliath. This should be one of the final sections. "Don't worry about this Philistine," David told Saul. "I'll go fight him." "Don't be ridiculous," Saul replied. "There's no way you can fight this Philistine and possibly win. You're only a boy, and he's a man of war since his youth." But David persisted. "I have been taking care of my father's sheep and goats," he said. "When a lion or a bear comes to steal from the lamb of the flock, I go after it with a club and I rescue the lamb from its mouth. If the animal turns onto me, I catch it by the jaw and club it to death. I have done this to both lions and bears, and I'll do it to this pagan Philistine too, for he has defied the armies of the living God. The Lord who rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear will rescue me from the Philistines. Did I read that right? The Lord who rescued me from the claws of the lion and the bear will rescue me from the Philistines. From this Philistine. Saul finally consented. All right, go ahead, he said, and may the Lord be with you. Sorry, my neck is hurting me. Then Saul gave David his own armor, a bronze helmet, a coat of mail. David put it on, strapped the sword over it, and took a step or two to see what it was like, for he had never worn such things before. I can't go in these, he protested to Saul. I'm not used to them. So David took them off again. He picked up 5 smooth stones from a stream and put them into his shepherd's bag. The army then, armed with only a shepherd's staff and sling, he started across the valley to fight the Philistine. Goliath walked out towards David with his shield bearer ahead of him, sneering in contempt at this ruddy-faced boy. Am I a dog? He roared at David. That you come at me with a stick? And he cursed David by the names of his gods. Come over here, and I'll give your flesh to the birds and wild animals, Goliath yelled. David replied to the Philistine, You come to me with a sword, spear, and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of the heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you've defied. Today the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you and cut off your head. And then I will give the dead body of your men to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. And everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescues his people, but not with the sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us. As Goliath moves closer to attack, David quickly ran out to meet him, reaching into his shepherd's bag and taking out a stone. He hurled it with his sling to hit the Philistine in the center of the forehead. The stone sank in, and Goliath stumbled and fell face down on the ground. So David triumphed over Philistine with only a sling and a stone, for he had no sword. Then David ran over and pulled Goliath's sword from its sheath. David used it to kill him and cut off his head. So, obviously, that was a long scripture reading. Oh no! I'm sorry, guys. I'll try and be quick with this. Obviously, that was a long scripture reading, but it was a really interesting one. That's probably one of the most famous stories out of the Bible. But it shows, well, I won't start with it shows. Obviously, it shows someone small taking down someone big. And this is the farthest story of the big guy being defeated by the little guy. You know? This is one of the farthest stories we can date back known to man. And he didn't do it on his own. He did it with a belief in mind and a strength in mind and the confidence in mind that he could because of what he believed in. And that's what I wanted to convey to you tonight, that as long as you have something to believe in and something to fight for, and even if you don't, you still will have something to believe in and something to fight for. And when you do, you can take down the biggest, strongest problems in your life and defend the people you love and the things you love, as you saw. And he took him down with just a smooth stone and a sling. That's all he had. But yeah, that was just the quick lesson for tonight, the quick bit of positivity and, like, what's the word? Encouragement, I guess. But yeah. So, I'll rate the dinner. Oh, wait, no, we still haven't done the dessert. I'll run really quick to get it. And then we can do the outro. No, right. Be right back. gents. Back with the dessert. And I've already taken up a lot of time, so I'll be quick. We are doing strawberries for the dessert tonight. Just strawberries, that's it. So, let's bust right into them. Use a big old strawberry. This is the comparison to the size of my head. Put it on my nose. It's like a clown nose. Anyways, I will, these are already washed. We just had them on our counter out. People were eating them before, so now it's time to get my fix of strawberries. So here we go. Take a little bite. Oh. Look how juicy that is. It's so sweet. It's a little bit bitter, but it's so crunchy. And then so juicy. I mean, you heard that slurp on there. Give this a shot. This one's a little darker. A little bit more aged, so it's a lot juicier and a lot sweeter. Well, just a lot sweeter, not a lot juicier. This one's a little bit square. Well, let's give it another shot. Strawberries are probably one of my favorite fruits. Favorite berries. Are berries fruits? I don't know. You get what I mean, though. Like, also bananas. Strawberry and banana smoothies. Oh my gosh. Don't get me started, you know. Let's have one more and then I'll do the outro so I can let you all go. Long video tonight. Alright. Well, I guess that's it then. Gave you all the updates. And then, yeah. And did the reading tonight, and I hope that reached at least one person. If that did reach anyone, like if you're in a tough spot and that reached you, then please let me know. Leave a comment. So yeah. I love you guys. This is it for the night. The dinner. Solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I'm not going to do decimals or anything, you know. The dessert, another 8 out of 10. But, yeah. So I hope this was a quality video for you guys tonight. And, yeah. And I love you guys, and I'm glad to be back. So, hopefully we'll be recording more consistently. Yeah. And also, let's hope the camera has good audio, and if it doesn't, like I said, we'll get the microphone. That'll probably help out with the audio. I'll probably put it like right here so you guys will be able to hear me really good. So yeah. Alright, well, hope you all have a good night, or day, or evening, or afternoon. So I love you all. God bless you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.